Also, for the record, I am familiar with the NBA memes, and I'm on the Damian Lillard camp. I do think that I do personally think that like the hyper focus on Ja Morant is a little marketing based, let's say, and it also plays into the white people's expectations of like how black people are or whatever the fuck, and like they're going a little overboard on it. But you know, Damian Lillard is from literally the hood as it gets, and he was talking about how like, you know, conduct yourself in a different way. He pulled a gun on kids. I read, what the fuck is wrong with him, bro? I think he was absolved of that, for the record. How do you respond to people in conversation that point out one-offs like Ja Morant is pretty anecdotal? I mean, it is anecdotal. You're ignoring a lot of the context on NBA history with Ja Morant shit. Are you aware of the Jailblazers, Gilbert Arenas, etc.? That's why there's a hyper focus on the shit Ja's doing. Yeah, except if I think you're talking about what I think you're talking about, wait. Arenas was valid, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong about this? Am I thinking about when he went up to the stands, or was that... Oh, he brought guns to the locker room. Oh, my bad. I was thinking of Ron Artest. Arenas had a gun in the locker room. Notice how you're naming one player and the rest of the league? No, he pointed an AR at a bus. Yeah, I was thinking of Malice in the Palace. I was wrong. Oh, said Jailblazers like he's a beat reporter from 2001. Yes, I was talking about Meta World Peace. Shut up. You know who I was talking about. People are overreacting to the Ja shit, but I think a lot of people just don't want Ja to end up out of the league or worse. The Washington Wizards used to be the Washington Bullets. Okay, listen. Ja Morant has a gun. Okay, and he's irresponsible with it. You know who else is irresponsible with a gun and has a gun? Pretty much every fucking dumbass American. Okay? This is just an American problem. If you single out black people with respect to like gun ownership and being stupid with guns, then you're just like, you know, it's hard for me to look at that as like anything but maybe a little racist. Okay? It seems a little racially motivated, if you know what I mean. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, how many black dudes are in the fucking NBA? Like, yeah, you're bound to run into one guy who's gonna have a fucking gun and do dumb shit. Okay. That doesn't mean anything about black people in general. It's like if you're that aggressively seeking out a wealthy black man who is like recently acquired this wealth, okay? And you turn around and you go, oh my God, I can't believe, see, what do you have to say about that? Look at this one instance. I know that like violence, proclivity towards violence is directly related to your socioeconomic conditions. But I found one instance where there's a rich black guy and you know, he's behaving this way. So what do you have to say to that? You're like, okay, well, yeah, that's a singular anecdote that you're talking about. For me, though, yeah, I think that Ja Morant, from what I understand, is a very good basketball player. He's 23 fucking years old. Like, think about it this way: Ja Morant is the same age as like Aiden Ross. Okay, So understand that. He is literally a fucking baby. He is a child. Okay? And as a child, you are looking at this from the worst perspective. Wait, what? I don't understand why he attacks America like this before I spout. Is he from and currently from America? That being Hasan, are you from and or living in the U.S. currently? I know you see my messages. You are looking at this from the worst perspective. Wait, what? I feel like you are racist to white people. No, it's just funny how he is. Ja is an idiot and doesn't realize the influence he has on young that look like him and think it's okay to flex their legally obtained firearm that they only use for sport and fun. Today's kids want to be something they're not so bad, so they're willing to throw their lives away. Are you from America? Because I am. What is this? 3 Dudes Podcast. Oh my God. I don't understand how you can say this is an American problem when it's an individual problem. You think Morant is the only American that has guns and treats his legally purchased, legally acquired guns irresponsibly? What the fuck? Anyway. Yeah. From what I understand, Morant's background, like he's not. I mean, people were. I don't know too much about NBA Twitter shit, so I don't want people to get super mad at me. But like, isn't he? He's not from the hood, right? I thought he was like. I thought he's from Carlton. I thought he came from like a wealthier family. But I mean, he might still be. Like, going to a private school doesn't change that reality. No, people say he went to private school in the burbs. Yeah, but a lot of poor black kids get farmed into basketball programs in private schools. That doesn't mean anything. What is it? But I know something about you. You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. What's the matter, dog? You in Paris? This guy's a gangster. His real name's Clarence. And Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. This guy don't want to battle. He's shook. Cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. What? Crestwood is not a private school. I mean, it doesn't even matter if he if Crestwood was a private school, but like, I don't think you guys understand how farming works. Like, you could be from the hood. You could be a black kid from the hood and get farmed into a really good private school. That doesn't fucking mean that your like parents are financially stable. This is how I know Ja's fucking up. He's got Hasan talking about him. No, because I follow this stuff a lot. Farming? Yes. Talent farming, like scouts. And it doesn't matter. That's a fact, but it doesn't apply to Ja. None of it matters. None of it matters. None of it matters. None of it matters. Knows ball. He's a Dame guy. No, I'm not. I don't know ball. Okay? I don't. I like playing basketball. I don't know the fucking memes. I don't know the intricate background and all this other shit. Okay? Job pre-draft.
After that, he came home just to chill and have some time with his family, and I was invited over and we did this little video teaching him through. So salute the Pops, man, the OG, smoothest OG that I know, for real. Y'all seen the draft hat that he had on? That was OG for real. But salute to John, his family. Hey.
You ain't gonna use.
Is that his backyard? That's crazy.
One more step dribble closer to make me know. I mean, thank you using that food.
That's not his yard. Okay. None of this matters. You either had rich parents to make it to the NBA or you lived in a car. There's no in between these days. None of this matters, dude. I don't even think what he's doing is all right. But I think that the hyper focus on him like being hood or the hyper focus on him being gangster is giving like Allen Iverson era NBA. I feel like the analysis that's like surrounding this conversation. But he certainly is. He certainly needs to conduct himself better. That's 100% the truth. So much so that like most people recognize that. You know what I mean? Like everyone recognizes that. Why NBA Twitter ain't gonna like that one law, even though it's the truth? No, I'm not like I'm not saying what he's doing is all right. I think what he's doing is like stupid. He's behaving like a fucking dumbass. Like, how the fuck do you fuck up a multi-million-dollar contract? Like, you're gonna behave if you keep behaving like a kid. You might end up fucking up a multi-million-dollar contract. You might ruin your fucking life. That is so stupid. That is not an opportunity that people take lightly. That's why someone like Damian Lillard, who comes from fucking Oakland, looks at that and goes, "You're behaving like a fucking dumbass. What's wrong with you?" Okay? There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers who still have not made it out the hood, who would love to have a contract like that. Okay? That's the main point of contention here, is that like you're throwing your future away when you behave like this, and you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting your career at risk.
I am John Morant. Like, you guys have got a chance to see me grow up for public consumption since 1991. And I've been involved in drug raids. I've survived assassination attempts. I've been that undisciplined young person that was trying to figure out how to be famous, how to be successful, and how to change the dynamics of my family. The one thing that young people have to understand, and in John Morant's case, when you first get drafted, you go from being a member of the family, a member of the crew, to being the leader, to being the breadwinner. And first and foremost, I hear a lot of people talking about like his family and his crew. When you the leader, it's on you, because you end up searching that lifestyle. You end up wanting to be down. And what I had to learn is that people come into your life for 4 reasons: to add, subtract,
Assassination attempt from Kobe scoring 81 points on him. Okay, guys, everybody calm down.
multiply, or divide. You have to choose wisely. He has way too much to lose. Trust me, I've been that young player carrying a gun. And Wilbon alluded to this. When you start waving it, that could get you killed. That's an entirely different thing than we're talking about. A superstar athlete should be putting themselves in position. And as Stephen A. mentioned,
I don't know if Nike would make a deal with a dumbass, though. Yes, Nike would make a deal with a dumbass. What are you talking about? What?
Him on the video, on his IG Live. Ain't nobody coaxing him. Ain't nobody ain't nobody egging him on to do that. That's a personal choice. And a lot of times, guys, as I mentioned, fame can be a drug. And I don't know what type of pain that he deals with and type of anxiety that he has, or what types of substances that he may be using. And I'm glad in this statement that he owned that I need to make changes for me, because as the leader, as the breadwinner, you.
MJ was a degenerate gambler. What are you talking about? Yeah, dude, plenty of people do dumb shit. Okay, plenty of people do dumb shit. A lot of athletes do dumb shit. Black athletes, white athletes. I mean, fuck Aaron Rodgers, dude. There you go. You want to know? You want to know like a multi-million-dollar athlete who does dumb shit all the time? Aaron fucking Rodgers. Tim Tebow used to be. Anyway, listen. Enes Kanter. Q Aaron Rodgers. QAnon Rodgers, dude. Aaron Hernandez. Well, Aaron Hernandez is a little different, I think. Like, he was gone. But, yeah, Brett Favre literally stole from a children's charity fund. Okay? Like, yeah, people, they're athletes. They're not exactly the best and brightest, okay? Except for LeBron James, who is incredible and does no wrong. Everybody stop. So, yeah, see, lie, choke. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that, like, lying was of the same caliber of, like, white lies were of the same caliber as, like, stealing from a children's charity. Y'all are just racist, okay? Just say you're racist and move on. If you criticize LeBron James, you're racist. I'm saying it. Listen, he likes to do little white lies because he likes to be a conversationalist. Did you see the latest one? He's serious. Bro, I did. And Rage actually tweeted underneath it, and it's so perfect because, like, I think I liked Rage's response to it. Yeah, y'all ruined Braun saying anything for me. Now I think everything Cap. It's just, now anytime he fucking tweets like a wine mom, I think he's lying. I hate everyone for making this meme become a reality, because now anytime he tweets about anything, I'm like, oh, here he goes again. Here he goes again, fibbing. Okay, LaFib. And you did that. You did that to me. I want to think he's a truthful person. I want to think he actually did have that dream where Michael Jordan and he were shooting the shit back and forth of the men's national championship game between North Carolina and Duke. And it was an epic classic game with great vibes. And it was a tie game, 94-94 with 5 seconds left with North Carolina with the ball. And his ass woke up to use the bathroom right before seeing the ending of the game. Okay? Anyway, the point is, if you think that that is the worst thing he's ever done, you kind of are proving my point. He's a good guy overall. MJ is literally his hero. Why would that be far-fetched to think he can have a dream about him? Thank you. I don't think it's far-fetched. I just can't ever read a tweet from him and think, oh, he's being serious and this is actually a real thing that happened anymore. That's my anger with everyone who fucking ruined me, who ruined my love for LeBron James. Shilling for China was his worst? What? No, it wasn't. What do you mean? I shill for China more than he does. MJ is not his hero. What the fuck? Chat doesn't watch an NBA, man. This shit is wild. Hasanabi just capping on the net. LeDevalder. Okay. I'm going to petition Braun to go on Fear End. That'd be great. LeBron did this to you, not us. No. You're literally throwing yourself under the bus to defend his honor. You're a real stand man. I'm not. I'm not even a stand. I don't care what y'all say about Ja. I carried a gun after I was stabbed. Y'all don't know what he's going through. Everyone got something to say until you really know what's really going on in someone's life. When you're black and rich, you're a target, period. I mean, there's truth to this sentiment as well, but like, I don't think people are upset about Ja Morant carrying a gun, which he legally owns. I think people are upset about him, you know, behaving inappropriately with a gun. Never forget that Paul Pierce shit himself on the court. Okay, everybody calm down. I don't care. I don't care. He also beat the fuck out of some teenager in his backyard court. Yeah, but those charges were dropped, no? And listen, dude, it's not like the police are going to, throw away an opportunity to fucking take a rich black person down, okay? Weren't those charges dropped because it was enough for self-defense? It's a civil suit, you knob? No, but like originally there was wait, am I wrong about this? I'm just making shit up. Hold on, let's just look this up. I thought that I read on this a little bit, and I thought that it was that there was also a shoe store incident. The self-defense was because the kid threw a ball at Ja. You're definitely wrong about the reason. Kid was 17 talking about shooting his house up. I can only hope your FYP is recovered and you're seeing these great Ja Morant memes, or should I start OD tagging you again? No, I haven't seen any of the fucking, what? I haven't seen any of the Ja Morant memes on TikTok. I don't go on TikTok. Ay. Dude, NBA sports ball talk ruins this chat. I'll say it. Yeah, the kid said, I'm going to come back and light this place up like fireworks, and this shit happened. Yes, it got dropped as far as I know. That's what I thought, too. But then there's an additional case. Ja Morant's being investigated by police in Glendale, Colorado, after he flashed a gun at a nightclub in the city during an Instagram live video over the weekend. Colorado police confirmed Monday. Glendale Police Captain Jamie Dillon told the Associated Press on Monday they didn't receive any calls or complaints about Morant, but began looking into the situation after hearing about the video. Colorado has open carry laws for firearms regulated by local, county, and municipal authorities. NBA rules also prohibit a player from possessing a firearm while on team property or traveling on team business. Morant issued an apology via his agent where he added that he has plans to take some time away. Much has been reported and written about Morant in the past week after a Washington Post article claimed he repeatedly punched a teenage boy in the head and threatened him with a gun last summer, just days after he and others allegedly threatened the head of security at a Memphis mall. In January, associates of Morant were also accused of threatening staff members of the Indiana Pacers after a game with a red laser coming from a slow-moving SUV that Morant was riding in. Yeah, they lasered into the bus, right? The Grizzlies have been on Morant recently, too. According to the Athletics' Shams Charania, what the fuck? Okay. They held a players-only meeting to discuss issues where they've been having on road games before Morant's incident with a gun. Veteran Steve Adams apparently ran that meeting, and it was clear that he was directing the criticism at Morant and Morant alone. Shams is a Desi goat. Shams. Okay, this all comes in the midst of his fourth and arguably best season in the NBA, where Morant earned his all-star nod and averaged 27.1 points per game and 8.2 assists per game. The Grizzlies also currently sit second to the Western Conference behind the Denver Nuggets in a game up on the third place Sacramento Kings with 18 games left in the regular season. Okay. Where's the video? The fact that I didn't realize that it was, I did not realize, I'm a jaw defender, the mall one is kind of indefensible. I didn't even fucking realize that like the Colorado police investigation was opened after an Instagram video. I thought that like it was...
Both from Chicago, we're both Aries. You're a Missouri grad. That was in my top 3. I just didn't go to Missouri. Your parents were immigrants. My parents were immigrants. I just wanted to say, you get your flowers, just everything you built. I have a lot of respect. I know yesterday was Women in Sports Day, so congrats on everything you've done and keep building.
Shams, what is this like a prank? I'm waiting for like the other shoe to drop. That is the sweetest thing that I've ever heard. Thank you so much. And right back at you. Like,
I just want to make sure you got your love. That's all.
God damn. Okay, whatever. Listen. Here's link to the video here. Is this actually the video? John Morant was allegedly seen showing off a gun in his IG live this morning. Wait, that's it? Bro, 1,600 people too? That is so weak, dude. A fucking 1.6K Andy over here. L plus investigated. And here my brother actually shot me and still got to be in the Air Force. That's hilarious. I'm sorry that that happened to you, but I mean... Yeah, Second Amendment only applies to white people. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking dumb as fuck. It's just building off of like the John Morant is behaving childish takes. And once you get a fucking media narrative, once you get a media narrative going that you're like, you know, hey, I'm going to use the media statement for this, a thug, okay? You know what I mean when I say this. Once the media labels you as that, you're going to get constantly, they're going to be constantly up your ass. They're going to treat you in a really negative light. They're going to paint you in a really negative light. And yeah, you have to, regardless of whether you're 23 years old or not, regardless of whether you're a legal gun owner or not, you're a multi-million-dollar person. What about the parts with the lasers? Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about that. That's dumb as shit. Who cares? I mean, it seems like the most objectionable thing that he did wasn't even the teenage boy that he fought, the 17-year-old that he fought. But I guess he, like, his team, they threatened the head of security at a Memphis mall. I wonder why that happened. And, like, threatening the staff members. Like, that part is, like, just, you know, power tripping shit. Because a mall employee stepped to his mom. Oh. That makes it a little bit more sense. That makes a little bit more sense. Then Skip Bayless had a whole rant about him possibly being a Crip. What?
So
what?
I've called around the league to people I've known forever, talking about Ja, because I was so shocked by the IG Live, how brazen it was. And I had several people say to me, well, time out. Are you sure you guys on TV aren't giving him a pass here? Like you're not that? They're asking me, are you sure he's not that? Like that's just who he is, that he is about that life. And remember,
bro, what do you mean about what life, dude? What life is he about? He's a 23-year-old idiot who plays basketball and owns guns. Like, he's an American citizen. He's behaving like most dumbasses behave. What life? Okay, listen, I just got to say something here, okay? A white guy that behaves like this is not immediately going to be like, I wonder if he's a part of the Klan. You know what I mean? They don't say that.
up the Crip sign I've seen him throw it up 2 or 3 times. I probably missed some other times. What does that mean? Does that mean he wants to associate with the Crips, or he got initiated by the Crips, or he has a dream of being a Crip? I don't know. I'm just throwing this out. That are we missing the boat here? That's just who he's been from the start, and we keep saying, no, you're just associating with the wrong people when he's actually part of the wrong people. Is that it?
Skip, that you know what, Skip? You and the people that you talk to might be 100% correct, but that makes it even more egregious.
It does.
Because you got out. You got out of that.
You got out. Okay.
God, everyone on television sucks. A white guy who behaves this way wouldn't even get criticized? No, they would. They would get criticized for sure. No, they would. Just not to the same level, and it wouldn't have the same oomph behind it. They certainly would, though. Guys, these guys dude, they definitely would. Are you kidding me? These guys fucking have to make content. They're like live 24/7. What the fuck are you talking about? They absolutely would talk about it. They would definitely talk about it. They just wouldn't talk about it in similar terms, and it wouldn't turn into, like, is he a gang member? And it wouldn't have that same level of, like, emphasis behind it. But it definitely would be a story. These guys are desperate for content. The NBA also has no time for that kind of shit. Like, unless you're a producer, unless you're an earner, the NBA will punish you, like, pretty aggressively, I would say. They're very they're very strict for the most part. I mean, obviously they'll let you come back unless you have, like, done something unimaginably fucked up. Look at Kyrie Irving, right? He's an earner. He is but they will definitely suspend you. Jaws a superstar? Yes. NBA fined someone for saying no homo, which was insane. But yeah, I mean, it's not as, like, egregious. I think, like, his crimes are not as egregious. Let's see. Look, Bomani Jones is the GOAT. He's actually, I mean, he's great. So let's hear what he has to say.
Not just flashing the gun in wherever he was on that Instagram Live, but those other incidents reported by the Washington Post, there have been other concerning behaviors in public. What should they do next?
Well, It's interesting that you mentioned it in terms of punitive behavior, because I think that overall, the way that most people have looked at this is not in the context of punishment, but really in the context of concern, which I think if you're someone of my age, you see somebody that's, John Morant's almost 20 years younger than me. I look at him and I'm like, young man, you are cruising for a bruising. Like suddenly I have become.
Yeah, the biggest issue is that the NBA has a no weapons policy in their facilities, and he had a gun in Denver, which means he flew on an NBA plane with a weapon. Yeah, that's a big no-no and a big problem in general too, because you have a no weapons in facilities policy, and you have a no weapons while you're traveling policy for obvious reasons. Like America is like pretty fucking. America is PvP unlocked, but even then, there's like certain states that you can't bring a gun to and shit like that. You know what I mean? So they have an across the board. Like you can't bring guns when you're traveling. You can't prove that. Maybe he bought it there. Still, it probably is I would assume it's a violation of like federal aviation laws as well. I don't think you can like bring a gun on a plane unless you're like literally a marshal or like in the military, like in active duty, you're flying as a military member or some shit. You know what I mean? Also, a violation of Colorado law, can't carry around alcohol. Yeah, it's just like, you can check a gun, yes, but you can't check a gun with the fucking private plane that you're flying in, because the NBA has no policy for, the NBA has an active policy that you can't bring a gun with you when you're traveling, even if you are illegally. Even if you are a legal gun owner. So technically you can't bring it. PJs are lawless, Cap. I mean, they technically are, yes. Private jets are technically lawless. You are correct about that. But that doesn't matter because overall the NBA has laws around it.
Every elder and uncle that I ever had when they saw somebody doing something like this. And when I was that age, I'm thinking they're just overreacting. But people who look at that and see those sorts of behaviors and know ultimately how they end, I think looking at Morant, it's much less to me about somebody has to teach that boy a lesson than it is he's going to need to learn some things, because walking around playing with guns around people, that's just a great way to get shot. Like, and that's the way that I look at this more than anything else. Is not so much that he's making the NBA look bad or anything like that, but what you are doing and the way you are comporting yourself is undeniably dangerous. And for your own sake, you're going to need to get some things under control.
Just, yeah, he's fucking up the bag, dude. It's so stupid. Anyway. What do you mean private jets are lawless? I mean, technically, you know, if you fly private, you can get away with a lot of shit. That's what I mean. You can get away with anything, really. There's no, who do you think is checking into private jets? Do you think like there's a TSA at private jet terminals? Is that what you think? It's not because of the implication. It's just like there's literally nothing that you can do about controlling private jet travel like that. That part is fucked up. Is that by all accounts seems like a pretty chill dude overall. Yeah, I don't know.